Hello, Galaxy. I'm Chris Perillo, and ow! I should not have thrown up my finger like that. Knocked my knuckle. I also need to move the microphone in front of me. I seem to forget that every time I put it away, and then I forget to take it out. I didn't forget to put away. It's been a little hectic around here, as you can imagine. We're going to start out today's show with some cereal, which is not in my bowl, but I don't have the milk. The reason I don't have the milk is because I totally spaced on it. I've been doing other things, like preparing today's print. It's been going for about, let's see here, 10 and a half hours. I'm printing a lightsaber, not hilt, not just a lightsaber hilt, but it's actually a collapsible lightsaber, shrunk for the mini thanks to Fix'em Dude. So I'm doing this for Jedi, and so it's got maybe, let's see, about a little over an hour left to go. I have never printed something this tall on my Prusa Mini, so hopefully it'll turn out well. It is very Pepto, isn't it? Jedi likes pink. I'm not sure I would have chosen any other color for it, but the good news is if this turns out well, then I'd be inclined to potentially print another one in another filament color. But for now, a pink hilt will be just fine. So, I have to do a poll. I need everyone to participate in this poll. And this is a very, very important poll, because this is going to decide the fate of today's stream. Which Timbits am I going to... Which one am I going to eat today? The other one I saved for tomorrow. Am I going to eat... Okay, you ready for this? Oh, I got to see the preview here. Give me a second. Which one of these am I going to have? Which Timbits? Which Timbits? Am I going to go with the chocolate glaze or gâteau de feet? So cat feet or chocolate glaze? Which one? Which one am I going with? Which Timbits? Which Timbits, people? Chocolate glaze or cat feet? Cat feet or chocolate glaze? These are your two choices, okay? Two choices: cat feet or chocolate glaze. Choose your warrior. Okay, so chocolate glazed or cat feet. I'm kind of worried about the cat feet, but okay, so cat feet or chocolate glaze. All right, starting the poll. You got 2 minutes. I'm gonna go get the milk. By the time I return, we will have our answer. Go. I should probably... I should flip the camera view to something a little more interesting like this. There we go. Got my oat milk fresh from the nipples. And do we have our answer yet? Not yet, but it looks like cat feet's in the lead. Interesting. By the way, Liz, I missed this detail the other day. And by the way, thank you, Nerdy Curious, for joining us today. Shout out to Nerdy Curious. Give them a follow. So the chocolate glazed cereal, it was opened by Customs. CBP. Customs and Border Protection. Let's see, Department of Homeland Security. So apparently, Americans tore... I didn't notice it the other day, but Americans tore into this. Really? Americans love their snack foods, apparently. Well, I guess they were thinking, oh, maybe Liz could be smuggling, I don't know, rabbit turds? Dried rabbit turds? What could they be? I have no idea. But thank you, Customs, for protecting this country from Timbits? Really? Okay. Fair enough. Cat feet. Okay, we're going to eat the cat feet cereal tonight. Okay, give me a second.
Man Cave Hobbies just resubscribed for 6 months.
Thank you, Man Cave Hobbies. We're eating cat feet cereal tonight. Gateau defeats right there. It's very close. Oh. Oh, I see. So one side is French, the other side is English. So it's actually birthday cake. Oh, we were looking for birthday cake. That's what we needed. Birthday cake cereal. Thank you, Man Cave Hobbies, again for your support. Hope you are doing well. Customs did not open this box. Oh, Timbits. Now, my question, because I've never had Timbit cereal like this. Does it taste French or does it taste English? Like, what's going on with that? How is the vote rigged? It wasn't rigged. Everyone had a fair shot. You could have even spent some bits if you were so inclined. Oh, it makes me speak French. Oh, it smells like that one cereal I really like. What was that one cereal I liked? Oh, crap. Hang on.
Faceless cheered X100. Chat is cat in French. Gâteau is cake. For a belated birthday celebration. It tastes bilingual.
It tastes bilingual. Sounds delicious. No, it doesn't smell like the Eggo cereal. What was that? Was it mine? Said something? Someone said, hey, oh no, M. Hoken. Michael. It tastes like, or smells like, what was it what was the cereal? I had something like it. It makes me shower once a week. Oh, so not like Jake Gyllenhaal? Just that one little bit was tasty. I feel sorry for Tim, because he lost all his bits. Liz stole all of his bits and sent them to me. I take it Timbits are like a thing up there. I'm worried about opening the bag, or the box that Customs got into. Timbits smell of sugar and regret. I don't taste regret. It's good, but was it the Funfetti cereal? I want to say this reminds me of the Funfetti cereal. It's close to the Funfetti cereal, but not as sweet. But fun. I mean, there's absolutely no problem with this. The mouthfeel feels like balls in my mouth. Sorry. Sugar balls. What's my cereal rubric? It's basic. Do I like it or not? Do I want a second bowl or not? I'd say it's been a while since I had a donut, but I got those vegan donuts from Whole Foods. Enjoyed them all. I had like a half a vegan donut every day until they ran out. Except for on my birthday where I had a whole one. It's birthday cake-ish. But it's not as birthday cake-ish as, let's say, the birthday cake pebbles, I think was more birthday cake-ish. And it's reminiscent of the Funfetti that I think had a slightly more pronounced flavor. Nothing wrong with this. Especially with a lightsaber spoon. Or, It's a situation where the cereal tastes better dry than with milk. And it's good. Thank you for reminding everybody to jump onto Discord. And thank you for posting the Timbits cereal. I've got more milk, which means I get to enjoy more cereal, right? The more the merrier. Unfortunately, the birthday cake cereal does not leave anything behind. Maybe a little bit of sugar. But no chocolate milk. That'll be the test for the chocolate Timbits. And Man Cave Hobbies, I am glad you are well enough to be here with us tonight. This was originally, by the way, a model I stumbled upon. I'm like, oh, cool! A print-in-place lightsaber. I'm like, why did no one tell me this existed? And I downloaded it. Unfortunately, the original model was made for larger printers. I'm like, oh man! And then Fix'em Dude made some modification and got this. So this can be printed, the original model, print in place, collapsible lightsaber. So inside there are like concentric rings basically of the blade that will be extended. I'm a little worried because I'm afraid it's going to break. But if it breaks, at least the lightsaber hilt still exists, so that's kind of fun, even without the collapsible blade part. I'll just have to tell Jedi to be very careful with it. Definitely cannot whack it around like a toy. Just looking for my Timbits. Thank you once again to Pez Liz Bradshaw, for being an amazing supporter, an amazing friend, and passing along these delicious Timbits from Canada. I like trying cereals I never had, and I never had Timbits, because I don't live in Canada. I can't eat cereals if they're not available here. How's that going to happen? By the way, if you live in the UK, do not send Weetabix. Don't. Fun sugar cereals that are vegan only. Yeah, they look like corn pops, but they're not. I'm going to try the Shreddies next weekend. Five years ago, we were on Lake Washington. Oh, wow. Started 3D printing. 3 foot N1? Wow. 3 foot? That's huge. I do love me the weekend. Weetabix is gourmet. Okay. Whatever. After the cereal, I do have some stuff to show. I've really yet to print a vase, Hollywood. I'm the only one who's never printed a vase. We have so many. Now, if I could find a decent Star Wars vase, yeah, I'd think about it. Well, I got most of my weekend work done. I'm gonna hang on. Just gonna have a few more. Yeah, I think this is an example of being just as good dry as with milk. I should move this out of the way. Otherwise, I'll keep eating it like I'm going to do right now. This is good. Thank you for following Ectoplasms. Very appreciated. Welcome to the Play Shop. I'm eating my Saturday cereal and 3D printing a collapsible lightsaber, which will, of course, hopefully work when we're done in another hour or so. Go work. Again, these are the two cereals I'm trying this weekend, thanks to Liz. Just had the cat feet that tasted like birthday cake, and tomorrow is the chocolate glazed. So join tomorrow to find out what chocolate glaze in Canadian tastes like. That's good. Okay, I gotta move this stuff out of the way. I got some things to show you, and then I've got to work on a print from last night. I'll change the camera for that. I need to make more room. Here. Whoop. BRB.
Datavar just resubscribed for 6 months.
Tasty cereal. Mighty tasty. Did I miss anything? Everything good? Nothing happened? Did it finish? No, it didn't finish. Okay, so you still got a good view of that. Let's go ahead and go back here. I was going to show you the grapes, and then one flew out of my hand. Dang it. Lately, one of our... Oh, Datavar resubscribed. Thank you, Datavar, for resubscribing. Appreciate your support. Ongoing. Love it. Thank you very much. Grapes. Sometimes around here in the summer go on sale. Instead of being like, what, $3 a pound or whatever, they go down to 99 cents a pound. So I basically like 99 cents a pound, grab them. So I'm effectively flying through as many grapes as I can. Potentially like a bag a day. Because then I go out next time, I grab another bag. Stonewall, 1887. Thank you. I appreciate you watching those videos. Not everybody is. Thank you for listening. I got another topic queued up for today as well. Grapes are a fun fruit. They're an easy fruit. My only fear is that I'm eating too many grapes. No one picked up on the grape. I remember Grape Ape. I watched the Grape Ape. Grape Ape. Grape Ape. Wasn't that the theme? Something like that? Okay. Now, let's go ahead and show you what I got. Let me show you what I got. I'm going to show you. This is on sale. Amazon had it on sale. Like half off, basically. So I grabbed two. I'm not sure if I had another one. But, well, at least now I have this one. It is a Leia from Hoth. The 6-inch variety. So, hopefully Hollywood got his cheap. Because originally they were like, what, 20 or so? But this was right around 10. I'm like, okay, I snapped up 2. Because, you know, it's a figure. The next thing I got, I actually kind of got for free. This is not canon, but it is one from IDW. Every year, seemingly, they've released kind of a Vader's Castle series in and around Halloween, and I realized that I did not get the Vader's Castle story from last year, 2020, so I went on and got it. Oh, it was only like 11 or 12 bucks, so I snapped it on Amazon. But when it got here, there was like a tear in it. I'm like, oh man, I'm like, I want to replace it, because if I'm going to do this, I'd rather have a really good copy. So I went to, I did the whole online return thing, no damage, I want it replaced. And they said, don't worry, just hold on to what you got. We'll send you a new one. Like, so I basically got a twofer on that one, which is kind of exciting. And then really the last thing I got today is Marvel Bounty Hunters 14. And I am really considering stopping print comics. I'm considering it. And as sad as that sounds, and I've really enjoyed the process of getting the comics, but it's not easy to keep up with, and it's kind of sad. It's just no longer easy to keep up with. That kind of angers me, actually. I wish it was easy to keep up with, and it isn't. And I don't have a comic shop around here, so I have to go online. So maybe if they, continue to say, all right, half off, then yeah, I'll continue, because then at least I get the print version, but then I get a free, because this one, like, a corner came banged up, but the digital version costs the same amount as the print version. So that's one of the reasons why I did not go just direct digital years ago. So tomorrow, I'm holding off on building the Avengers Thanos mech till tomorrow. I was going to do today, but I was like, well, I've got this other thing that I wanted to kind of get put together. What do you mean not easy? It's not easy! Digital costs more than physical. They cost the same amount. So the thing is with Marvel comics, now, I don't mind paying half, and the comic's not, in perfect shape. This is never going to be worth anything anyway. But every Marvel comic, IDW doesn't do this. I don't think Dark Horse does it, but every Marvel comic has a digital redemption code. So if you pay for this, you get the physical copy and the digital copy. The digital copy costs you more, because I'm able to get these at a discount print, but the digital copy costs market like the same price as a print copy. Basically, it sucks. Because I mean, to me, like, if digital copy was like 99 cents, I'd be like, okay, click. Like, I'll do print if I can, but I'll go straight digital. Like 99 cents, I have no problem with. But yeah, paying $4 or $5 for a digital copy of something, like one comic issue, yeah. So I'm looking into getting, if I can track them more easily. Damn, I wish I was a developer. If I could track them more easily, just getting the not compendiums, but the volumes, right? They compiled the issues in like volume 1, volume 2, the arcs. But even those aren't easy to keep up with, which is, you know, a bit upsetting. Because here's the thing. I want to spend money. I also want that camera to work, and apparently it did not want to. Okay, that's working. How is it not? What is going on? What is happening? Second. One moment. There we go. It's like, what the heck was going on with that? It's not really an omnibus. I've seen the omnibus before, or at least I don't think Marvel has released an omnibus. Yes, I know. I need to change the plate so that I don't have to worry about brim. Blah 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 blah. All in due time. I printed this out as I had the that filament from yesterday's smartphone stand. I had it on there. I'm like, oh, I haven't done a Vader in that color yet. So I was like, all right, I'll do the Vader. I did a Vader almost like it. That was more. It was like white. It's just slightly off. I guess you can definitely tell the difference there. Feels like it's been a while since I did one of these. So apart from that, it's just a routine Saturday evening. Spent a good chunk of the day just kind of taking care of stuff. Every 6 months or so, I have to go around and replace the spider glue traps. So I did that. I lay a lot of traps. Probably laid close to 30, maybe, traps. Most of them in the basement. Put a couple of new traps down. I try to put them in areas where we've seen spiders, but you have to keep them out of the way too. Jedi generally doesn't tangle with them. How many hours do I have on my printer? Man Cave, how would I find out? Is there a diagnosis tool that says, oh, you've had this many hours accrued? Because I've done a lot. I've had a few hours on it. Definitely more than 3. Oh yeah, way more than 3 hours. Yeah, at least 6. How many spools have I used? Honestly, I've only run through maybe 2 spools. I mean, most of what I print, remember, is small. I'll have to look in the settings here. Not right now. I don't want to accidentally jinx something over there. But, what was I saying? 1967. At least 6 years before I was born. At least Hollywood. The only filament that I do want to run through, and I swapped it out the other day, obviously, when I was looking into doing this lightsaber hilt, and then ran into the problem. That green filament, the upfill. And if you might be wondering what's upfill, and I would say, well, I don't know, I'm not Phil, so I couldn't tell you what's up. Let's do this. There's a view y'all don't normally get. I was in the middle of watching Milkshake. It's on, what is it called? It's on Netflix now. Milkshake, Bombshell Milkshake or something like that. It's pretty interesting. I've been enjoying it thus far. Interesting style, good style, unique. Kurt's still laughing at the puns. It's because they're laugh worthy, Liz. They were funny. Fix Him Dude and I are a bad influence, I feel. Oh, Gunpowder Milkshake. That's what it was. Gunpowder Milkshake. It's pretty good. I mean, it's unique. It's different, right? Good action. Stories, got me hooked enough that I'm like, okay, I'm about, maybe 2/3 of the way in. I'm not gonna say it's better than worse than anything else that I've seen, but let me put it this way: it was good. It's good to watch on a weekend of Suicide Squad. Milkshake not as good as Suicide. Well, they're different, and I think what I like about Milkshake is that it is definitely different. Like whereas, as much as I enjoyed Suicide Squad, it reminded me of the first one maybe too much. So it definitely had its moments. Suicide Squad had its moments. Yes, dad jokes are an absolute must around dads. It's law. That's right, Flula is in it. He is. Suicide Squad was fine. I mean, if I was a fan of DC, I'm sure I would have been just over the moon with it. And I know it doesn't really compare to the other Suicide Squad movie, but at the same time, it was to me it was very reminiscent of. Maybe that still just left too much of a bad taste in my mouth. Oh, Melvin? Is that who you're talking? Melvin? I think the starfish's name was Melvin. You're a DC fan? It was really good? Okay. I had a feeling. No. The starfish name was Melvin. Oops. Okay, let's do this then. Oh, yeah, I gotta do it this way. Okay, so... let's see how bad this works. There we go. Hello, Sesam. Yeah. Boy, everyone's saying peeps today. Crap. Gotta sign off. No worries. No worries. So I'm gonna, tonight, after the stream, watch the rest of the Milkshake movie. There's not really anything else that I haven't seen that's on. I've caught up mostly on everything. I started watching another, like, a documentary series on Netflix. Sometimes I start those and then just can't finish them. I'm like, yeah, it's not doing it for me. Though I love a good documentary. Glad the poison didn't kill me. Yeah, I'm guessing Customs got a hold of it. Customs siphoned the poison out of it, so I'm very grateful. Customs saved my life. Oops, crap. Should have missed. Woo, woo, woo. I now have a transparent Vader. Which is fun and awesome. All wrapped into one. Funness and awesomeness. It's a good Vader. There's that Vader. I've got every color Vader out. Not every yet. I haven't like built a rainbow, but it is what it is. So this is like white and green. Let me go ahead and flip over to the other camera shot so you get a better idea of what it looks like up close and in person. This is the Vader. Don't be a Vader hater. Thank you very much. Yeah? Good, nice, clean. Easy, fun, kind of anxious, kind of excited for the lightsabers. Getting close. Almost there. Stay on target. Almost there. Stay on target. Oh, the lightsaber ring? Well, see, that's the thing, is, like, I could have done a hilt. Like, I was thinking, like, gray. And I'm like, yeah, but there's so many gray hilts. I'm like, well, you know, maybe I can do something for Jedi, right? And you're like, alright, so she gets the pink one. She gets the pink hilt. And it's coming along nicely. We've got approximately 28 minutes left to go in that print. Then I start getting nervous. Hopefully, it all collapses out properly. Like, shoots out. Fix'em Dude tested his, and it was fine. Here, let me do this. There, that's a little... Oh. Sorry for all the moving around. And by the way, the anomalies that you're seeing on the side, he had the same problem. Vader in all the colors, Pride Lego set, and stand them up with the minifigures. Yeah, that wouldn't be a bad idea. Because I've got, like... red. I've got the red. I haven't done an orange, yellow, blue. Well, I've got the blue, so I've got some of them. I have some of the colors. I just haven't done all of them yet. I should throw on the Jesse's or Brad's orange glitter. By the way, this is Jesse PLA. This is from Printed Solid here. I've got a Printed Solid lightsaber. Yes, Krusty is printing one as well. The modified saber. Okay, so here we go. Gonna flip back to this view, the advice view, one and all. I've got some advice I want to lay down. Oops, give me a second. Okay, so Hollywood, this is about you. I mean, is that okay? Is that okay to mention that you kind of inspired it? Hollywood N3D? Is that okay? Is that good? A light rainbow? Sure. Okay. Thank you for getting in the rainbow right before I started. There we go. Okay. You felt it was coming? You felt the disturbance in the force? Is that what it was? Okay. I should start here, because that way I know. As most of you know, I live stream on Twitch every evening, and I've taken to recording these advice segments during that time, if only because people are tuned in to watch me do things, being a variety streamer, like today, eating some fun cereal that was sent to me from Pez Liz all the way up in Canada. I had some Timbits. Tomorrow I'm going to try a different flavor of Timbits. And also, am 3D printing something, if you can't hear that going in the background. Can't show it to you, because I don't have the picture-in-picture in this particular view. But I stream every day. It's very comfortable for me. It's something that comes as natural as anything for me, because I treat the camera like it's another person. Like I'm not just talking to nobody. I know I'm getting immediate feedback, specifically from people who are watching live. And then when I record these advice segments and post them elsewhere, maybe another part of my I guess audience would become aware of the things that I'm sharing. So I do my best to maximize the time that I spend. That's one of the reasons why I like doing live video. But live video isn't necessarily for everybody. That said, I do believe everybody has it within them to do live video. And this is where I'm going with this. Hollywood N3D, who joined the greater community here on Twitch, I think after I was doing a live YouTube video saying, hey, I'm over on Twitch doing this stuff, he joined and has been a regular part of my evenings ever since. A fellow Star Wars figure collector. He messaged me, and we were going back and forth all the way up until really today. He messaged me about this originally, and I'm just going to read it verbatim with his permission, because I believe many people find themselves in this particular quandary. I want you to know that I really do appreciate your insight tonight. I'm giving some amount of advice. Go figure, it's me. I've been so scared to actually start streaming and showing myself to others. I'm very self-conscious and always worry what others think and don't do things that I want to because of possible failure. Well, that was likely the advice that I was saying. Don't view something as failure when you could just as easily view it as a success. He continues, I know that you speak to others more, but I do consider you a friend and hope the same goes for you. Well, I generally will tell him when, hey, the Star Wars thing is happening right now for at least the types of figures that he collects. So, I don't know. I really don't keep friends so much anymore. That may sound weird, but it's true. I mean, that's what he wrote. Although it would be apropos for me to say it just as well. I hope that you'll be able to help me when I do start streaming. Any advice, tips, or ideas you could throw my way would be great. Well, I already gave you one. If you missed it, I said I treat this camera like it's a person. Because I'm not interacting with a piece of technology. I'm not interacting with a flat screen. I'm interacting with you, someone who's listening. I have to be careful, by the way, when I've been reminded that I use my hands a lot, and this camera tends to refocus very, very quickly, especially with objects up close. So, I felt pretty confident when I made the recommendation that if you're inclined to do something, then you're telling yourself everything you need to know. You want to do something. Okay, that's a great start. You want to do it. But some people sometimes get to the point where they have analysis paralysis, or they're waiting for everything to be perfect before they begin anything, and then they never actually begin. At some point, you're just going to have to do as Palpatine says and do it. You just got to do it. Just do it. And the great thing about live streaming is that every one that you do can be completely different, and that's okay. The streams you do today are going to be different than the ones you do 6 months from now. It's an evolution. They're probably going to get better. Most streamers do get better over time. They get more comfortable. They find their groove. They unlock different mysteries within themselves that they didn't realize were already there. Hang on just a second. Had to check my filament there. I'm multitasking. So, keeping yourself from achieving personal growth because it's you who's keeping yourself from personal growth, it's a bit like an Ouroboros, right? who are you expecting to tell you to do it? I'm not going to tell you, right? I'll say, you need to do it, but you need to decide to do it, and you need to actually do it. I'm not going to tell you something that you need to tell yourself. You need to tell yourself first. I'll reinforce it. And since you've already told me, hey, Chris, I'm thinking about this, but no but, just stream. And I made the recommendation today, because we were going back and forth, as I mentioned, and I said, well, why don't you just, on Twitch, because he's into 3D printing, he's been doing wonderful with 3D printing, a lot of Star Wars busts and figures in the fandom, well, general figures, is not like Star Wars figures, but like characters in various fandoms. And I said, well, why don't you train a camera down on the printer, or point it toward the printer, and then just hang out and chat, play some background music, stream safe music, and then just type in chat, say, hey, everybody, how you doing? You don't have to talk. You don't have to show up in camera. Like, you can just do that, and you can still interact. And you can get your feet wet, and you can just kind of get a feel for it. Now, you may not get an incredible amount of engagement. Engagement may build over time. I mean, some people stream for years, and they don't really build anything. I mean, it's somewhat, a matter of timing, a matter of content, a matter of community, a matter of connection, a matter of frequency and stability. I mean, there are a lot of variables that go into live streaming, but the one variable that you don't have to worry about is you. You've already decided that this is something you're interested in. My recommendation is do it. Pursue it. You're telling me you want to do it. I'm giving you options by which you can do it while still, if you're, I think, as you noted, self-conscious, but you haven't even given anybody a chance. You're already defeating yourself. You haven't given anybody a chance. And even if you did give people a chance and they admonish you or cut you down, that's their problem. It's their insecurities, not yours. Right now, you're facing a big hurdle, right? You've got to look past that self-consciousness to do it, because you're never going to know. Every day that goes by, you're never going to know what it could have been. And 6 months from now, you'll look back with regret, like, why didn't I do this 6 months ago? In fact, I would go as far as to say, is you do this as a stepping stone, and your self-confidence will improve. Because you get more and more comfortable. It's sharing that bit of your life. And this, by the way, this topic isn't about live streaming, right? It's about how self-consciousness can defeat you before you've even had a chance to succeed. I've mentioned this, several times over. Sometimes you're your own worst enemy. Well, this is the case. No one's telling you not to do it. Well, at least I'm not. And even then, if you still want to do it, you're telling you everything you need to know. So start the stream that way. And maybe, if anything, don't have the camera on you, but talk, right? You don't have to have the camera on you when you're streaming or doing something, but you can talk through it. You can say, hey, so-and-so hanging out in chat. They don't have to see your face. You can be a mystery, right? Or you can even use one of those voice modifiers, right? They don't actually have to hear your voice. There are many ways to slice this, to get around that behavior that unfortunately is keeping you from progressing and succeeding. There are times to listen to that inner voice. That inner voice is going to keep you safe, but keep you safe from what? In this case, your inner voice is talking you out of something that you want to do. So sometimes you have to go shh to your inner voice and say, I'm going to do this. I'll be fine. I'll be safe. I'll control the experience. I'll do what I want. And you don't have to do what you don't want. No one's saying to do that. I'm not saying push yourself past the boundaries of where you're comfortable. I'm giving you options wherein you can be more comfortable with that choice and actually start to grow. To recognize that doing it for the first time may not be easy. It may not be fun. It may be nerve-wracking. But once you do it a first time, second time's easier. Third time's even easier. And then a year down the road, you're like, it's so simple. It's straightforward. But you have to do it. You have to listen to yourself, the part of yourself that says you want to do it. Don't listen to the part of yourself that is telling you that someone's going to judge you. Okay? Because who cares what other people think? Who cares? Who cares? Are you happy? Then who cares? Have you hurt anybody in the process? Then who cares? Who cares? So if someone passes judgment on you, they're going to do that anyway. You don't have to do the thing that you might want to do in the fear of getting judgment passed against you, and someone's still going to pass judgment. It's a classic story, right? Of bullies. Bullies are going to bully no matter what. Never blame the victim. And I'm not saying you're a victim, but hear me out on this scenario. Never blame the person that the bully is attacking. Here's why. The bully's going to say, if you're too short, you're too short. The bully's going to say, if you're too tall, you're too tall. Well, what's too tall? According to what? You're short. You're tall. Your hair's too short. Your hair's too long. Your eyes are too brown. Your eyes are too blue. Do you understand? Like, people are going to pass judgment no matter what you do or do not do. Do not live your life based upon the judgment of someone you don't know. Because at that point, you're not living your life. You're living your life in fear of a judgment that means nothing. Yeah, so, sometimes I get vocal when I get into this because I know a lot of... I'm not a motivational speaker. I'm only an expert in being myself, right? I don't think this is a matter of taking a calm approach. Like, just think about it. Like, why are you living your life based upon somebody else's standards? Why? And I'm not talking about someone you're close with or, a partner or anything. I'm talking just general, right? I'm not saying that the things they say won't hurt or they won't agitate. I'm not saying that at all. But they're nobody to you. And even the people that are close to you, if they're keeping you from being happy and not offering to at least support something that you're doing that's not causing issue or that is generally something that is meant to be building you, and I mean like in terms of a personal endeavor, like this would be something where you're potentially going to be defeating self-consciousness, which I think is an amazing reason to start doing something like that. So, again, we were going back and forth today, and simultaneously, serendipity, kismet, this tweet popped into my timeline. Allison Felix, who I guess is an athlete, but also an entrepreneur, the quote that was attributed to her was, "I get afraid just like you, but you are so much more than enough. So take the weight off of everyone else, or take off the weight of everyone else's expectations of you. Know that there is freedom on the other side of your fear. Go out there and be brave with your life because you are worthy of your dreams." And that encapsulated, my sentiment perfectly, succinctly. It would have been this would have been like a 20-second video. That was it. But that's what I was building toward, despite having kind of messed up the part of that quote. It's not living up to someone else's expectations. You create a realistic expectation for yourself, live up to that. And if you don't make it, fine. We all, sometimes don't make, the mark that we were expecting to. Tomorrow's another day. So, set a realistic expectation, set a realistic goal that you control, and give it a shot, give it a go. Don't try to be like somebody else, be yourself. If you don't know who you are yet, you can discover it. It's a great way to start discovering it. But don't be wrapped in fear or you're never going to go anywhere. You're never going to go anywhere. It's never going to happen. And then you can start to chip away. You can start working on, why am I self-conscious? Well, maybe I should change that about myself. It's growth. Because, once you're past that, you're no longer self-conscious. You're confident. Because that's a part of who you are, whatever it is. If you're not happy with something, change it. Fix it. Address it. It's your responsibility. You're going to hear that a lot from me over the years. Like, I believe in accountability and responsibility. I believe very strongly in that. But yeah, everyone else's expectations are irrelevant in terms of that pursuit, that fear that is keeping you from something that is otherwise innocuous. Like, it's something that you want to do. So I would say, do it. There you go. All right, hopefully that was the answer you were looking for, Hollywood. Yeah, it literally came... I'm not joking. Like, I'm scrolling like, oh my god, that's the quote! Click. And thanks again to Fix 'em Dude. Chris's Corner. It is. Well, Nerdy Curious, basically, what I've been doing lately first of all, I've got a podcast. I should probably make this a trigger, right? Got a podcast you all can subscribe to. I just set it up here. Let me do this. I'm gonna set up a trigger for the podcast. Because I can do that. Chat bot, chat commands, custom commands, add new command, podcast. Oops. There we go. Activate command. So now Bang Podcast works. And Bang Podcast works. Or it should work. Give me a second. I want to try something here. Oh yeah, that's not what I wanted. Where's the show notes? Oh, here's what I can do. And I'm going to make another command called advice. Catch up on all the advice you missed. There we go. So now Bang Podcast and Bang Advice works. There we go. Okay. So set up those triggers easy. So yeah, if you take a look at the archive, I basically clip out those videos and throw them into a playlist. There's a lot of old advice in there too, like a ton of old advice. It all just got mixed in. But the top ones, I'm really bad at YouTube. I need to find someone to help me with YouTube, that's for sure. I really do. I believe I need to find someone to help me with YouTube. Let's do this. Ah. I need something else here. Give me a second. Ooh. See if you got your schedule since the playlist says video 1, 2, 3 are private. Yes. They will pop up when they are ready. They are currently private though. That is correct. That was great. Awesome. Happy to do it, buddy. Another cool shirt. That's right. From one from yesterday. I haven't changed it. Haven't changed out of it, I should say. I probably need to, huh? You reminded me of... Oh, wait. Hang on. There we go. Tonight's advice really tied into yours from the other day for you. That's what I'm saying. So like a lot of what I'm saying, it's gonna start sounding very circular. It's gonna sound very repetitive, but that's not bad. It's reinforcing. It's like I'm not changing my story. I'm not saying do one thing but then turn around and do another. Like it's very circular, very circular. Advice on point, just what many of us need to hear. Well, that's my hope in doing something like this every day. Dinah's going to be back in another 20 days or so. Less than 20 days. Fewer than 20 days. And then I go back to life as quote-unquote normal. Whatever the hell that means. I'll still be doing this stuff. Nothing like that's going to change. But it looks like we're at basically the top part. Yeah, 99%, 6 minutes left. I'm glad I chose a 10% fill-in, or infill, because I was originally like 15% infill. I'm like, I don't think 15% is that's almost overkill, but I'm like 10% would be about right. And that shaved like, I don't know, like 40 minutes off, because of how tall it is. Need advice segment on not living the bachelor life again? Mark? Well, I could give that advice. I'm not living the bachelor life again, unless it's me. I'm not really living a bachelor's life. I mean, I'm still very conscious that the girls are they're coming back. And so I'm preparing for that, right? You know, making sure things are clean, straightened, laundry's done. Their laundry, by the way, not necessarily just mine. The house is clean, organized, basically ready for them to just jump right back into the fray. You know, without Diana having to worry really too much about doing some stuff. Although I have warned her, I'm like, she needs to go through clothes again, and shoes, and extraneous things. Like having to put the toilet seat down again. Yeah, exactly. No, not exactly. I put the toilet seat down. I pee sitting down. The only time I pee standing up is when I'm in the public with the urinal. For real. I don't pee sitting, or I don't pee standing up. And the reason why is because I'm usually the one cleaning, and like the less I have to worry about cleaning, the happier I am. Because I'll clean. I'll like do the toilets and stuff like that. So I pee sitting down. You pee sitting down, but the doc told you not to lift heavy things. What? I'm lost, Kurt. I admit that one went right over my head. Da 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 da. Dun 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 dun. Oh, I got it, Kurt. Fair enough. Well, how do you walk around? That doesn't make any sense, because how do you walk around? That's why I went right over my head. I'm like, I'm curious to know why it's not getting that middle area yet. I guess it thinks it can just skip it. 3 minutes. It better get that area pretty damn quick. There we go. And now I think it's doing it. It's like, what is going on? I'm just trying to y'all can't see it. Here. Give me a second. It's very interesting what it's doing here, but hopefully it starts filling it in. Because that's it. That's basically it. That's the finale. 3 minutes, and then I get to try this. I woke up early, and I'm like, oh, I got to get the print going. Like, I knew I had to get up like right around 7 or so just to get because I had to start the print. In order to start the print for it to finish during the stream, I had to start it at a certain time. And I didn't have anything sliced or anything this morning. Your OCD stepfather made you pee sitting down as a kid because they're so afraid of urine splashing out of principal. I never sit down to pee again. Oh, fair enough. Well, I pee sitting down because it's easier to clean up and because pee splashes everywhere. So, see, the better way of doing it is saying, all right, yeah, you can pee standing up, but you're cleaning the toilet. Because that's messy. Icky. Yucky. So yeah, I do my best to clean. How many hours for the print? This is about 11 hours, 12 hours, or I should say about 12. with a 10% infill. Gotta learn how to aim. I've aimed fine, and still you get splash. I don't know what to tell you. Still get the splash. Still gets messy. Tell you. Doesn't not to say that it doesn't when you're sitting down, but it definitely mitigates it. Man, this is a fun print. It's almost at the last layer, it seems. This was kind of fun. Got to be careful about the splash. That's what I'm saying. That's exactly what I'm saying. Yo. I think this is... It says 0 minutes, so under a minute. This may be the last layer here. More hygienic to sit down? I believe it. Splashing is part of the fun. Not if you're the one cleaning it, buddy. Hey, if you clean your own toilets, do whatever you want. Crap all over them. I don't care. They're not my toilets. It worked! It worked! Alright, here we go. Alright, fix him, dude. Thank you so much. Now. How do I get him out? How do I... Well, that part did not turn out very well. The inner part up here, or the bottom part, I guess it would have been the bottom part. This one did not. They got really messed up down there. There we go. Look at this. Look at this. Not bad. That's pretty, it turned out really well. I'm happy. I got myself a pink lightsaber. Or I got Jedi a pink lightsaber at least, as long as she doesn't go whacking it around. Yeah, I mean, it would have turned out perfect if it weren't for whatever the hell happened down here. They got really messed up. So I've got to be very careful getting this. Very light. I don't want to do it too hard because the last thing I want is the this to pop off. That would have been a perfect animated GIF, don't you think? Gotta be very careful. Oh, gotta be very careful. Yeah, he modeled this for the Mini. And it's perfect. It's absolutely perfect. It was based upon, if you have a larger than a Mini, if you have like a quote-unquote regular size printer, then you can do the full size, but I don't. I only have the Mini. It'd be really cool for someone to model this type of lightsaber for the different characters, right? Vader and Luke and Mace Windu and all them. So... Again, I gotta be very careful because I don't want it to... You gotta be very gentle with it. You don't want to, like, go whacking things. But, like, now she's got a pink lightsaber. Like, oh, cool, it's a pink... How much... Hang on, just a second. Missing the comments. How much taller is the Z for the full size? Not much. I want to say it was almost like an inch or so.
Caitlin 3 rated my stream with 133 viewers.
I just finished 3D printing for my daughter a collapsible lightsaber. Print in place. So I did this just finished printing. It was like an 11, 12 hour print. So it's fully collapsible. I got to be very careful with it though. I got to be very gentle. The filament's fine. But, you know, being an adult, I don't want to break it before she has a chance to actually hold it. This is a little shorter than the original model. One of my mods basically modified this to be able to be printed on the Prusa Mini. Yeah, I think it's kind of cute. But what's cool about this particular type of print, it's called a print in place. So I didn't have to assemble this. It printed it basically one piece. It printed up in one piece. And then when I so it basically printed these concentric rings inside. So there was nothing to assemble. It was just done. And it took about 11, 12 hours. I used it's called a pure magenta filament, specifically because I knew my daughter would get a kick out of getting a pink lightsaber. Because she's got, she got the other ones, metallic, etc., etc. But a pink one, this was my chance. I ran into the model the other day, and I was just, absolutely amazed. And by the way, everybody, give Caitlin a follow if you haven't. When I tuned in earlier, you were having one hell of a hype train, for one, and you were looking at tattoos. I was like, wow. Are you doing research? Are you ready, Caitlin? See, I don't have a tattoo. I don't know if I'd ever get a tattoo, me personally. I don't even know what I would get for a tattoo, but you never know. But yes, this is printed solid filament. Hopefully we got a shout out for Caitlin from one of our mods. Yes, thank you, Kurtz. Very appreciated. Caitlin is someone you absolutely must follow. Never a dull time. And my favorite part about Caitlin's streams is not necessarily the tech, or when she's doing soldering or anything like that. Anything that I would never dare to do. I can do a 3D print. I will never accidentally burn myself on building lightsabers. But I'll leave the soldering to Caitlin. That's too much for me. But my favorite part about her streams is she's very interactive. Very interactive. Incredibly interactive. Those are my favorite types of streamers. I don't care what someone's into or what someone's interested in. Maybe, our interests cross over. But specifically that they are interacting. And to me, that's the biggest benefit of Twitch. Is that you can jump in to someone's stream, highly interactive, you learn something new, you get to meet people, and generally have fun. So, Caitlin, I'm serious. Hope you had a good stream. I was there very briefly. And then, of course, you raided at the perfect time. Now, what I'm debating is potentially printing another one of these. Because this is pretty wild. The thing that my daughter, Jedi, is going to have to watch out for is she can't treat this like the regular toys, because, she'll bash and bang and everything. This is just, you gotta be gentle. You can't hit anything with this. But even if it does, let's say, for argument's sake, break or snap, then the good thing is the hilt itself is pretty fun. This is a fun, regular old, well, it'll be a pink hilt. See, there you go. See, Caitlin, I knew. That's why I just told everybody to follow you, because that's her favorite part of streaming as well. To me, that's the thing I look forward to most. That's what I love doing it. Caitlin is the William Wallace of the internet against corrupt tech companies. Yeah, I caught a bit of that discussion, too, about Apple. I think it's a slippery slope. Apple bills itself as a privacy company, but, this could be used in a way that it wouldn't make me feel very confident about Apple's privacy stance, because their privacy's only then as good as the governments they're working through. I don't know about that. And for whatever it's worth, let me go ahead and give shout outs to the new followers. RJLC, Renhora, Delta Rouleau, John Doe Norris, Salty Ohm, Etamine 925, and Cell Processing. You all just missed, every day I basically give life advice. So, you just missed today's advice that I shared for someone here that's thinking about getting into streaming, not sure about it, but you can always go and check out the advice archive or the podcast. The easy way to stay up to date with what I might be doing, even if you're not able to tune in specifically to these streams. The only part of this particular print that I had an issue with was specifically the end part. And remember, it printed upside down like this. But for some reason, this inner part really got chewed up. Yeah, I don't think my daughter's going to care that much. I think she's just going to be more excited that she got a pink hilt. And it works. IRT Apple, I don't know enough about it or the technology is using yet to have an informed decision. Well, I kind of punt to John Gruber. Like, anytime there's an Apple anything, I'm like, all right, what does John say? Because I wouldn't go as far as to call him an Apple apologist. I think he's turned his head the other way on many issues, but has generally taken Apple to task. And a lot of that, I would say, that tier of trusted tech people, those who know Apple and love Apple, you know, if they're concerned, I'm like, yeah, that kind of underscores my concerns as well. So it is what it is. Thank you, everybody, for the follows tonight. Hope everyone's night is going well. If I missed your comment, there's probably a lot of stuff going on, and I don't mean to do that. Let me go ahead and scroll back to see, just to make sure that the last piece is shy. Yeah, a little bit. Delta Rouleau, I agree. It was a nice print in place. Thanks again for joining. Do they make translucent filament? Yes, they do. Mine, the translucent filament that I used, I mean, I could probably change the temperature. I think if I raised it a bit, it would be even more translucent. But this is what I was building today as the printer was going on the lightsaber. This is not a print in place. This was just an articulated Darth Vader figure. But this was with the closest thing I have to that kind of PLA. And depending on your printer, the temperature, the filament, you can get a fully transparent like print. I just don't have that kind of filament. I'm mostly sticking with the PLA, if only because it's safer, being cornstarch. I'm probably not going to move on from that. I'm probably not going to go to ABS or PETG, what have you. You like the pink? I know. I guess it was designed for lithophanes. This is a fuchsia? A magenta. It's a pure magenta, but it turns out to be like this kind of pink color. Polymaker translucent PVB is fairly transparent, just as safe as PLA. Oh, fair enough, no fear. Interesting. I've been sticking with PLA to this point because I'm not too worried about it. I'm not even messing with like wacky filaments like wood or glow-in-the-dark stuff just because, I mean, my nozzle's been doing fine. So as I get deeper and deeper and deeper into it, yeah, it's probably going to go that far. Like, oh, I can experiment with this. Oh, I can experiment with that. But right now, I'm just happy to be able to do things like this. Now, my next question I have for me is, what other color lightsaber should I do? I mean, because I'm thinking, like, well, I don't want to do a common color, right? I don't like something that's kind of commonly uncommon. You can smooth it with alcohol. That's nice. Thank you for following, Eric Mickens. Very appreciated. Welcome to the Play Shop. Hope you enjoy your stay. I live stream every night at 6 p.m. Typically geeking out, 3D printing something, providing life advice. Tomorrow, I am going to be building a Lego set that I got on sale at Walmart the other day. I can't believe they had that. The Thanos mech that I got for $6.69, down from $10, maybe? So, it was on sale. I'm like, okay, I'll give it a shot. So, that's going to be tomorrow. Printing a rainbow PLA. Well, my concern is the quality of it. I think if I knew that I wouldn't run into issues, I would, and I will. And I think as time goes on, I've got a lot of filament that I got to run through. A lot. All right, John says, is it John or John Doe? Says, be a good parent and tell your daughter if she pretends to be Rey, that you have to take away the lightsaber. No, she loves Rey. She's dressed as Rey. Like, even if it's not Halloween, she's dressed up as Rey. So her birthday present, one of her birthday presents this year, and it's coming up in September, is not this lightsaber. I'm going to be giving this to her when she, upon her return. I'm not saying this wouldn't be a good gift to give someone, because I think it would be awesome, especially if it's in a color that they don't have. But I got her Rey's lightsaber hilt from the end of The Rise of Skywalker, the one that she transformed her staff into the hilt. And I'm really excited for that, because she's been asking for it. It's pricey. It's very expensive. It's not a toy, but she's been asking for it, and Hasbro had not produced Rey's lightsaber hilt. And I have no indication as to whether or not they will actually produce a toy of Rey's lightsaber hilt. So she's turning 7, a bit young for that, but she's been asking. Like, I really want Ray's lightsaber. I'm like, all right. So this is it. So I got it at Galaxy's Edge, thanks to Krusty for attaining it for me, and of course I paid him. I paid him for it, certainly. But yeah, I'm hoping that I think it'll ignite. I think it comes with a yellow kyber crystal, just like Ray's saber does, and then it illuminates as well. I happen to have. I know there's the blade to make it glow, but I'm not sure I want to open that yet. I didn't get it in conjunction with that particular hilt. It's just that I knew that it would be interchangeable with the glowing blades, and we'll see how she gets along with the hilt for now. And I know she's gonna say it's like very heavy, because it is. It ain't gonna be like this. This is a very lightweight. Don't want to break it before she has a chance to play with it. It works really well. Can't believe it. That's so cool. I know inevitably I know it's gonna break though. I know she's gonna be. I tell her, you gotta be gentle with it. I just know she's not, and I know it's gonna break, and I won't be disappointed when it happens. I'm like, oh, I told you to be gentle with it. But you know, if anything, she gets to keep just the lightsaber hilt itself, right? She gets to keep this part, and this part is just fine even without the extension. You think the Mickey saber is the best flip out? That's possible. I almost want to, this is nice. This is really cool. This is a nice hilt, but now I kind of want to see the full-sized one, you know? This is fine. Nothing wrong with this. But seeing the full-sized one of these, that's got to be fun. I wish, but even without it being full size, it worked. Minus the tip of it, just not. What the hell happened? I mean, it really, and nowhere else did it do that. Nowhere else. The only thing I can think of is that the bottom part got moved around, but no, it looks like it was on the bed completely. Could be wrong, but the first layer, the only thing I can think of is the first layer somehow came off. I know, use the ulti stick. I know. It's a lightsaber for Jedi Knights who have upset stomachs. It is. Just eat it, and your stomach feels better. Cooling issues? Interesting. But on no other, if you look at the segments, no other ring had that issue. The only thing that had that issue is specifically on the inner part. The STL is, where is the STL? I had it. Give me a second. Lightsaber kit? Is this it? No. Savvy's life size. No. Collapsing lightsaber. Here we go. So this is not. Here's the collapsing saber. This is the one that's not for the mini. He you'll see where he made where Fix'em Dude made some adjustments. I don't think that had anything to do with the issue that I had. But you know, Jedi's small, short. It's a print. It worked. Everything looks congruent. It is. I would determine this to be a largely successful print, minus the end part. And I'm sure Diana will say, "What happened over here?" I'm like, it's battle damaged. It's a battle damaged lightsaber. The Pepto Saber, exactly. You're gonna print it? Awesome, New Future Tech 3D. It's my favorite thing to do. Yep, there's the Discord. In fact, I will post the link over in the 3D Fun channel, 3D Printing Fun channel. Feel free to grab that. That'll work on your big CR10. Yes, it will. So now I know, like, one of the things that I'd be printing when I get a bigger printer. When. I'm sure it's a matter of when, not if. I'm just waiting. I'm like, maybe the Mark IV. Maybe the Mark IV will be it. Maybe. Big maybe. And the Mark IV will not sit on this desk. This desk is pretty much made for minis. Now, the next mini, like the Mini 2, Yeah, the Mini 2 I will basically I'll be swapping out. Through your prints in the 3D printing channel. Fair enough. Thank you, No Fear. I see you have no fear in doing that. Nor should you. Everybody's welcome over in the Discord server. Oh, whoa. Those are your 3D printed lightsabers. Whoa, those are nice. Those are a hell of a lot nicer than mine. You have skill that I do not. Those are spectacular, though. I'm not a painter. I'm not really a maker beyond just printing. You know, basically pressing a button and I'm done. Gotta get that dual nozzle going. I love it. Yeah, you know, I as much as I would like to do that too, I'm not sure. I'm not sure yet. See, I'm fine with one. But yeah. 3D is the future of creations. Kind of is, Ren. In many ways it is. You know, there are so many things that I could not have done any other way than that. I mean, I could have purchased this from someone on Etsy, yeah. Would I have? Possibly. I'm like, hey, someone's selling a pink lightsaber. I can't get that anywhere else. Hasbro's not going to make it. So, yeah, it made sense. Being able to print something like this, something that I could not get anywhere else. That's why I like printing, because I can get things that I couldn't otherwise get, or create things that otherwise I could not have, like, you know, the Darth Vader peg person, or let's say a Kyber crystal, like a fake Kyber crystal. These are just, you know, a couple examples, right, that I have, or even like one of the first things I printed, the Voronoi, right, the Vader Voronoi, printed out really well too. Makes, you know, I've only done this one. Although this would be another example of printing it in multiple colors would be just as much fun. I haven't done it. Just haven't done it yet. It hasn't happened. Whoa! BRZ Ray landed for 99.35. That's amazing. Your 3D printers are on 24/7, always printing things. Yeah, no man cave hobbies. Mine are not. Mine are not 24/7. I'm not even sure what I'm going to be doing tomorrow. I was all excited for this one. This is the one I was just like, yes, I can't wait. I can't wait. But if you purchased on Etsy, it would have been something someone else printed. Well, no, what I'm saying is if I didn't have a 3D printer to create it myself, to print it myself, then it would normally be something that I would have to go to Etsy for. I'm saying I have that advantage to be able to 3D print something. So, yeah, you're saying it pretty much exactly what I'm saying. So, it's all good. Give me a second. What do I have tomorrow? Got a couple of interesting things I was gonna do. Is that the one? I like finding the print-in places. These fun print-in places. I was checking to see which one I was saving, because there was one that I need to save and one that I don't have to save. Yep, that's the one to save. I got a Vader keychain. I found a micro catapult. Of course, I'll be changing the filament color. You've enjoyed tonight? Well, Man Cave Hobbies, we enjoyed having you. You are welcome back anytime, day or night, my friend. Oops. Hit pause there. Done printing or finding what to print? Yeah, I'm done printing. Amish Ace, if you just popped in. Printed it in place. Pink lightsaber hilt. Had to be shrunken down in order to print on the mini. And shrunken down in the sense of like vertically, like layers were removed in order for this to work. But it's functional. Print in place. Which means I didn't have to assemble anything. All this printed, like, in place. I have a feeling Jedi's gonna break it. I really do. Gonna start that lightsaber today in rainbow color. Oh, man. Okay, now I'm jealous. A rainbow color one of these, that would be awesome. A full-size rainbow one of these? Yeah, that would be cool. That would be really cool. That would be nice. I admit that would definitely be worth printing. That'd be definitely worth getting rainbow colored filament for alone. Forget anything else. That's my opinion. That's my perspective. Da 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 da. So who do we have to raid tonight? Who y'all thinking about raiding? Who do we raid? Not Raiden. Isn't that Mortal Kombat? Raiden? Raiden wins. Did I see the 2-second footage of the Disney real lightsaber? I have, Amish Ace. I think that's an exclusive that you can only get if you go to the Galactic Star Cruiser. I think that one. I tell you what, I'm not a lightsaber collector. I want that lightsaber. I absolutely want that lightsaber. We should test and see how easy it breaks. No, Mighty Bean. I'm sure it's gonna break, but when it does, then at least she's got the hilt. Send it to you, Chris, to match Rainbow Vader. Exactly. Do it. Do it, Man Cave Hobbies. Do it. So even when I'm sure this does break. At least she's got the pink hilt. You know, at least she's got that. Yeah, you have to have it. Oh, I know, totally. Think Buana's building mini. It's been a while since we rated Buana. He's got a subathon going on too. I don't know what these subathons are. Either people sub or they don't. Like, I'm always happy with the subs. Welcome subs, absolutely. But, oops. Give me a second. He's been going for days. Yeah, I think that's a subathon thing. Oh, Loyal sent him one. Wow. Yeah, we'll raid Buana. He's good peeps. And the fun, like I said, he's off on a completely different direction in his life because we got him into 3D printing. We did that to him. We did that to him. I think it's amazing. I love changing lives like that. Well, we're gonna give them a raid nonetheless. Buana is good people. His family's good people. Thank you, everybody, for tuning in. I love you. I appreciate you. At this point, I'm going to leave you to your own devices. May the Force be with you always. Be sure to check out all the advice you may have missed. Pop on over to the podcast. Give it a follow if you haven't. And then, of course, Discord. I got to remember to pop in, all these links at the end. Now we've got advice, podcast, Discord. I've got a newsletter, too. I suppose I should probably make that a trigger, newsletter. All these triggers. Triggered! Thank you. Get your Perillo Raider emotes ready. We're going to be raiding Buana. Tusken raiding Buana. And I'll see you again tomorrow night at 6 p.m. I think I'm printing a keychain. Don't hold me to that. But I'll be geeking out nonetheless, eating Timbits that Customs got into. Tomorrow, that's our cereal of the day, as well as the Lego build. 6 p.m. Pacific. Turn on notifications. Here we go. Tusken raiding Buana in 3, 2, 1. No, where's Buana? Oh no. Okay, there we go.
But look at the old one and fix it up. That's really smart. Wow, is that Chris Perillo? Hey, does anybody know what time he streams? Does anybody know what day and what time Chris Perillo streams? I always try to catch his stream, but I don't know what time he streams. If
You
only
can't.
He would tell us. If only he would tell us what time he would stream. I've been hanging around
Loyal
Moses too much, man. I've been hanging around Loyal Moses too much. I'm sorry. I see his tweets and they crack me up. Hi, Chris. How you doing, man?
Woo!
Yes, I am. I'm always streaming.